evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo De Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite sports icons and athletes. I'm Boom Gonzalez. Tonight, we'll fill you in on the preparations for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. But first, we'll put the spotlight on the Volleyball Nations League.
Well, and just like that, Filipino fans are about to witness a display of the best talent in men's volleyball as the country hosts the third leg of the VNL starting tomorrow. Now, to tell us about the superstars to watch and more, we have with us volleyball analyst, the real deal, Neil Flores, coming to us from the Mall of Asia Arena, fresh from a VNL event. Neil, first of all, tell us what happened there and just how crazy were the fans?
Sorry I couldn't be there in the studio, but I just finished our meet and greet with the team. There were a lot of PVL players as well here in the Mall of Asia Arena, and sobrang saya lang because this is also a dream come true coming from an analyst and a volleyball fan.
Nagpalit mo kami, Neil, sa meet and greet. But it's okay. We will settle that some other day. Neil, let's give context to the audience. This second coming of the VNL. You and I were there last year. It was such an incredible 2 weeks for us, geeking out. But can you tell the audience why? Why is this such a spectacle other than the competition that we are about to witness or we witnessed last year?
This is a very special leg for the VNL. This is the second time they're coming here. I'm sure they were surprised dun sa full-out support ng Philippines dun sa last VNL. But this is very special because there are a lot of teams actually really needing wins. Japan is currently undefeated, but the other teams in this respective final leg, they need more wins if they want to make it to the final leg of the VNL. And again, if here in the local setting, sobrang popular ng women's volleyball. When we go to the international field, men's volleyball is really up there. So you would really see the Mall of Asia Arena definitely sold out yan. It's very hard to get tickets, and just to experience the high quality of volleyball, the IQ with the grassroots of the other countries, we also draw inspiration from that in the hopes of building a better program for the Philippines as well.
Pao, parang sinasabi na ni Neil,
wala siyang tickets.
Wag na natin siya hihingan, ano?
You know, I was actually going to ask that first and foremost, but I think we may have to move on from that, unfortunately. Pero ito, Neil, a lot of the fans, 200 fans that you mentioned came out there to see Team Japan, and you actually listed down a lot of players from Team Japan as the players to watch out for in this leg of the VNL. Could you run us down who those guys are?
It's the popular trio of Yuji Nishida, Ran Takahashi, and Yuki Ishikawa. If you're familiar with the anime called Haikyuu, I think isa sa mga inspiration si Yuji Nishida. And these three athletes have their own respective specialties or characteristics. You have Yuji Nishida showcasing that leaping ability and power. You have the leader in Yuki Ishikawa. And you have the darling of the crowd, the fan favorite in Ran Takahashi, a versatile player. And I'm very happy that I got to watch them train live. So aside from the meet and greet, we got to watch them do some drills, konting scrimmage din. And makikita natin, here in the Asian country, we know that height is not the advantage, but with their athleticism, I really saw why they're undefeated right now in the VNL.
All right, and you also highlighted Brazil, who is seeing action tomorrow. That's what kicks us off tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. It is Brazil versus Italy. Now, these are two powerhouses. Kasi eight of the world powers are here in the Philippines. But Brazil and Italy, they met in the Olympics, I think 3 times for the gold medal. Neil, now Japan's not going to be there in that matchup, but this is going to be huge and this is going to be must-watch. Why do you think so?
Yeah, Brazil, Olympic 3-time gold medalist. We have Italy also, 4-time world champions. And I also highlighted one of the players to look out for in Bruno Rezende, the setter of Brazil. And sa setter sa international, dito nyo makikita how they make the impossible receptions paminsan. They make it possible for their attackers. It's just fluid motion. And for Italy as well, Simonelli will be calling the shots, pulling the strings for their team. So that's definitely a must watch. Actually, hindi lang ito. I would say that in the men's division, especially in the VNL, with that high level of competition, each and every game you have to watch out for it. And I'm sure the Philippine national team also, they're also going to watch the games because they will be drawing inspiration from the different systems from these championship teams.
Brazil, as we mentioned a while ago, #2 in the world. Japan, #7. You mentioned the Philippines drawing inspiration from them. And you take a look at these two programs, very different profile of players. Yung Japan, not necessarily as tall, a lot longer yung Brazil. Just why are they so good at what they do? What makes them powerhouses in the world right now, Neil?
For Japan, it's just the discipline. I would say the system, the science of volleyball, they really study it. A while ago, they were practicing certain targets of their attacks. Kahit may blocker, kahit may defender, they make sure that they hit those targets. And it's just the precision that they've trained over the years. Very updated type of volleyball, modern type of volleyball, always maximizing speed and power at the same time. So I would say na Japan is climbing up the world rankings. They may be #7 right now, but they can go all the way to that final and championship match here in the VNL.
All right, this leg obviously very important again for fans. Just for context, this is the last leg before we get into the final phase in Poland. That's why it's very, very important. And speaking of Poland, Poland also the #1 team in the VNL. We'll see action here in the Philippines. Now you mentioned Japan, we mentioned Brazil and Italy. What are your expectations for the Japan team against the #25 team, China, in that second game tomorrow?
China, even though nasa medyo baba sila ng team rankings compared to the other teams, they're still a 3-time Asian Games champion. So, not something to be played with. Kailangan pa rin seryoso pa sila. But I'm sure Japan will also be fielding in their substitutes because regardless of the outcome here in the final leg, pasok na yung Japan because they're still undefeated. So for China, if they want to get to the next round, they really have to mark the top guns of the Japanese team.
All right, Neil, we have time for one last question. And for all the fans out there, for those even just thinking about going to the VNL, can you give us a reason why they should come over and watch these guys live at the Mall of Asia Arena?
This type of volleyball, ito yung gusto nating makita. Sometimes you just watch it on YouTube, you watch it on social media, but when you get to watch it live, how they move, how they communicate with each other, and how they showcase their systems and skill sets, you would say na that is really the level of volleyball na kailangan natin madala here in the Philippines. And again, there are so many fans from all over the world who bought tickets papunta dito sa Pilipinas. So for us, it's a very rare opportunity to get these guys play live. So if you still have the chance to get tickets, I'm really encouraging people to enjoy the VNL and be part of the game.
And you know what? If they can't buy tickets for maybe in a sold out night, they can catch it on the Pilipinas Live app. You can catch that on the Apple Store and Google Play Store, and subscribe for 99 pesos per month to catch all your favorite volleyball action, and as well as PBA and Gilas as well. Neil, maraming salamat. Really appreciate the time you took out. And you know what? I know you replaced us with the Japanese national team at the moment, but we'll give you a pass now. Maraming salamat.
Well,
thank you so much.
Another reason we'll get a selfie with Neil Flores in the venue when you watch the VNL games. We'll see you there, Neil. All right, in the meantime, after the break, we'll take a look at the recently concluded SBP Invitational Games. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
Hi, Philippines. I'm Rantakash from Japan. Get your tickets now. Bye, Philippines. I'm Yuji Nishida from Japan. See you at the VNL.
Mabu, hi Philippines. I'm Yuki Ishikawa from Team Japan. See you at the VNL.
Welcome back to the game. The Philippines' local organizing committee held the SBP Invitational Games last week in preparation for the upcoming FIBA World Cup. The event saw the top 8 schools in the collegiate ranks battle it out in both FIBA venues, the Mall of Asia Arena and the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Our 2 correspondents, Doreen Suay Baguio and Bel Gregorio, were right where the action happened. Let's hear from them.
Less than 60 days to go until the FIBA Basketball World Cup, we are here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum where preparations are put to the test through a doubleheader featuring collegiate champions Ateneo and Letran, followed by a red-maroon face-off between San Beda and UP.
Yung FIBA World Cup test event, no? So as part of the LOC, Local Organizing Committee, we are doing this to simulate the movement of the actual World Cup, no? Including yung security, spectators flow, saka ticketing.
And we are here to run a test event to see how ready we are in 58 days to deliver the World Cup. Feeling pretty good. We think that we've got a great LOC, exceptionally well led, and now it's up to the public here in the Philippines to come get their tickets.
It was a good experience. We played a lot of our young guys, and we know Letran is a tough team, proud program, and very physical. That was good for our young players to gain that experience against physicality. Also happy to help the FIBA Organizing Committee out by playing the game and going through this process with y'all and with everything here. So at this time of year we're always looking for good games. We got a good one today. I got a lot of friends in the international community. I know a lot of them are excited about coming to Manila and to the Philippines, where really it's kind of the informal home of basketball because of the passion of the population.
It's actually new to me, because UAP is a different style of play. As we saw, we played an NCAA team, the champions from last season. They're very physical, they're a very good team. So it was really a good test for us. That wasn't our full team, but we still pushed to the end, and yeah, we got it done.
The importante sa amin right now is, to gather what we could gather every game, learn from every game and keep on improving.
Sobrang grateful kami kasi syempre na-invite kami para makatulong lalo na sa trial run netong darating na FIBA. So sobrang grateful kami na isa kami sa na-invite, and syempre ibang experience pa rin yung binibigay ng game na to.
Tonight might have been a test run, but without a doubt, the World Cup atmosphere is already brewing to be something historic. I'm Bel Gregorio. Let's see each other in the FIBA Basketball World Cup, where we win for all.
Exciting day of basketball action here in the MOA Arena as the country's best in the collegiate basketball scene battle it out for the SBP Invitational Games. Kicking things off are the De La Salle Green Archers versus the CSB Blazers, and later today it's the NU Bulldogs versus the Mapua Cardinals.
Feeling that I got to be a part of the World Cup in any way. So hits simulation game dito, it really felt nice to get off the bus and go through the different player entrance. It's really, ganda yung setup dito. So I'm glad that, De La Salle was able to help the country in preparation, and we're rooting for FBP and Gilas Pilipinas Men.
Of course, it was an honor to play in MOA and under the SBP.
Yeah.
The World Cup is coming, so it's very exciting. And I'm honored to be invited to play in this arena.
I'm I'm here with one of the promising new faces of the NU Bulldogs, Mark Parks. Mark, congratulations on the win. And what is it like for you playing with this team in tournaments such as this one? How does it feel?
It definitely feels good, you know, just working around with my teammates as well, getting together and, you know, combine our skills, and that's exactly what we're doing with joining the tournaments.
Masaya kasi parang nasa FIBA na rin kumbaga dry run, parang sa amin ginawa, then papasok ng FIBA dun. Parang at least na feel namin kung paano ginagawa din ng gano'ng sarap ma-line up sa gano'ng klase ng competition.
Pangarap mo ba?
Yeah.
Maging part, okay, pangarap niya daw. Today, it was CSB and NU that emerged with dominant victories. And with everything that went down today, the players are very clear about one thing, that they are going home happy and honored to be a part of the SBP's preparation for the FIBA World Cup.
That was Bel Gregorio and Doreen Suay Baguio for Inside the Game. So after the break, we'll check in with Gilas Pilipinas as they ramp up their preparations for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back. You're watching The Game. As the FIBA Basketball World Cup draws nearer, the Gilas Pilipinas men's squad continue to ramp up their preparations in Lithuania. Let's get an inside look at day one of their training camp in this exclusive Gilas segment from Carlo Pamintuan.
After playing 2 games in Tallinn, Estonia, Gilas Pilipinas moved to their next destination to continue their European training camp. The team hopped on a short flight to Vilnius and then a bus ride to the basketball-crazy city of Kaunas in Lithuania, where they will play more tune-up games. Aside from playing against good opposition, Another reason for the team's visit to Lithuania is to pick the brains of different local coaches. In their first practice here, Gilas used the facilities of BC Zalgiris, where the likes of Arvinas Sabonis, Darius Songalia, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and Boban Marjanovic played before.
Several things we want to work on specifically for this practice. Number one is our transition defense, okay? We gotta fix up getting back on defense to make sure that we understand exactly what we want to do in our transition pagbaba natin. So we'll do a lot of our numbers drill. We'll do a lot of our numbers drill today after we stretch, okay? And then we continue working on our defense, the little things that we are little lapses on defense, especially our boxing out, our ability to stay in front of our men to box out. And then offensively, we'll keep working on our ability to handle pressure. Okay, so three things. Coach V is here to help us. He's going to take a look at what we're doing. If there's anything you need to ask, just ask him. And Coach V also has, can approach you guys and talk to you and give his input as well. Okay, first practice here in Lithuania, gentlemen. Let's make it count, huh? Let's go, let's go, let's work, let's work, let's work.
The Gilas coaching staff was joined by Virginio Sirvidis, who is a former professional basketball player, a current coach, and the father of former NBA player Dave Vidas.
Yeah, so Coach Virginius is coaching in one of the professional teams here, the club teams. I think they finished 4th this year. He has experience internationally. He coached in Kazakhstan for Astana. For me, the other reason, the more important reason is I like his philosophies defensively. So there's a lot of room for growth and improvement in these next 2 months that we have. So we want to get the benefit of, we're doing this defensively. Here is our fundamentals, is our foundation on defense. Now if we have other coaches who could give us, other things that we can do, then that's just going to help us moving forward to be a better defensive team. And the better our defense becomes, the better our offense becomes as well. Because if we defend really well in practice, then obviously that's going to sharpen our offense as well.
There are a couple of good developments for Gilas, as Ange Kwame is set to join the squad in a couple of days, while AJ Edu is close to being 100% after dealing with a sprained ankle.
Just for this first practice alone, we could already see what he can bring and the difference he makes in our depth, in our rotation. Hopefully, we continue to increase the level of understanding. Magkaamuyan. We have to get to that level where they really get to know each other.
Now the team will have to deal with 4 tune-up games against opponents that they will not be able to prepare for.
Actually, I really like the situations where we don't know the teams that we're playing, so that we will just adjust. That's going to be a test of our adaptability and our flexibility and our ability to make game time adjustments and game time decisions. Okay, so we picked up the goal defense today, very important, but we cannot. The only way that's going to work is if our fundamentals are solid, okay? So we work on our basics, our fundamentals. Now we're developing, getting a little bit more stuff into our arsenal, especially on defense. Thank you, Coach V. We'll see you again tomorrow. So ayan, Laban Pilipinas, and everyone else answers Puso. Puso is heart. Heart. Philippine, it's heart. Puso. Bring it in. There we go. Let's go, Laban Pilipinas!
Puso! From Kaunas, Lithuania, Carlo Pamentuan.
And on that note, don't miss out on the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 with Signal pay-per-view. Avail the early bird offer for only 550 pesos until July 15 to watch all games, commercial-free and in high definition. Plus, get a chance to win authentic Gilas Pilipinas merchandise. Visit signal.tv for more details, and also available to satellite subscribers. Thanks for joining us. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Paulo Del Rosario. This has been The Game.